Ballon d'Or. The debate right now
It's
is
here.
clear, and it's on between Haaland and Lionel Messi. Before we get to it, don't forget to like this video for more videos just like this, and comment down below, who do you believe will be winning this Ballon d'Or? And look, I am a Cristiano Ronaldo fan, but me being a Cristiano Ronaldo fan doesn't invalidate me of clearly respecting the greatness of Lionel Messi in this World Cup. I
There you
put
go.
Lionel Messi, my winner of the Ballon d'Or, and the people that say that he doesn't deserve, I have a name here. Look, mate, the moment I see a man like Craig Burnley of ESPN saying, close the shop. If Haaland loses the Ballon d'Or to Messi, you close the shop by saying that Messi doesn't deserve to win the Ballon d'Or. That is disgraceful and ungrateful towards the history you saw in November with Argentina and Lionel Messi winning the World Cup. And he wasn't that bad all season 2. PSG, Neymar. Look how Neymar looked in his career at PSG. Don't blame Messi for the bad form of PSG. It ain't happening. And I think PSG will be better now with Mbappe. But Messi was still elite last season. Embarrassing.
I'm
Craig
with
Burnley.
you.
What the hell?
Listen, I have, but I am not going to be in the same camp as Craig Burnley here. I am not. But I am the one that has said previously, listen, Lionel Messi has been the best player in the world before and not won the Ballon d'Or. Obviously, if this was not a World Cup season, right, which it was. So we can't necessarily change that fact. But if this was not a World Cup season, Erling Haaland would be winning hands down right now. 52 goals, the treble, all in his first season. At Manchester City, rewriting the record books of one of the most prestigious leagues on the planet. And it all literally with 200 million plus people. I don't know where I got that number from, watching this guy on a regular basis. Erling Haaland can't do any better except if somebody put him in the World Cup with Norway, which, wasn't ever going to happen because you can't rewrite their terrible qualifying campaign. So it stinks that Erling Haaland does what he does in his first season when Lionel Messi, gets that World Cup multiplier, as he should. The World Cup. Anyone out there saying that the World Cup was easy, that it was a cakewalk, that they, that Argentina, that it was written in stone that Argentina was going to win this thing. That's completely false. Exactly. No, they won the World Cup on their own merits, and I get there being a World Cup multiplier. What I'm lamenting is the fact that this 52-goal season under Erling Haaland came at this exact time.
Messi
so yes,
had
I still have
goals, 25 assists in one season, and he scored in every knockout game for Argentina in this World Cup. The dreamlike scenario of winning the World Cup happened. That's it. And I'm not going to say that Haaland is a better footballer than Lionel Messi. And if Haaland was a better footballer, no doubts, he would be scoring in the semifinals and in the finals of the Champions League. Yes, I think he was vital in order to win the Champions League, but 7 Man City players are nominated to win the Ballon d'Or. That was the clear impact of Pep Guardiola, and no John Stones is embarrassing.
And no John Stones.
There should be 8.
It is
I completely agree with you, Bretson, with that, okay? But another thing, we have other players that is embarrassing. No Rashford, nominated for the Ballon d'Or with 41 goal involvements. I understand the best Rashford was after the World Cup, but still, he was vital for United to win a trophy and to go to the Champions League. Look how they're playing now, with Rashford playing striker instead of left wing, where we saw him strive last season. And another player that is embarrassing, Alisson, not nominated for the Yashin Trophy, and I see Ramsdale ahead of him. And I love Bryce Samba, okay? He's underrated. I agree, and I like him being called up for France behind Mike Magna. But no way is he ahead of Alisson. No way. So there's embarrassing shouts that happen in this Ballon d'Or. And my last one is Raphael Leão. Raphael Leão isn't a worse footballer than Colomwani, than Kvaratskhelia, than Lautaro Martinez. Raphael Leão deserves to be in the Ballon d'Or nominations because AC Milan were in the semifinal of the Champions League. Don't forget that goal That moment against Napoli, he did the whole left wing. That's Rafael Leão's impact. And special shout out to Arsenal. Arsenal that have Martin Odegaard and Bukayo Saka both nominated for the Ballon d'Or. They deserve to be in those nominees and shows the progress and the work that has been done in these last 3 years with Arteta. Progress and expectations to be involved, in the knockout stages of the Champions League and to be in the title race of the Premier League. That's deserved to have those two there in the nominees, Bukayo Saka and Odegaard.
Okay, so I'm with you. But it is very clear. UCL, there's a UCL multiplier, unsurprisingly, and there's a World Cup multiplier here, right? Because if you got Yassine Bono in there, but also he won what? Came back. Sevilla was in a relegation scrap, and he winds up winning the Europa League with an automatic bid to the Champions League with Sevilla and Morocco's run to the semifinals. But very clearly, there are some on here that you could argue until you're blue in the face. But, the one that I'm looking at here that we're probably never going to see again, and it's weird for me to say this, but Luka Modric. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's probably the last year we're ever going to see him on a Ballon d'Or shortlist. So it's nice to see that. I think he's going to.
20 years that we don't see Cristiano Ronaldo, Breton.
That's
sad.
True. But that's not a snub, right? You wouldn't characterize that as a snub.
Not right now, no. But it's sad.
Okay. I know. Oh, it doesn't make it any less sad. No, I'm with you there. But it will be the last time, and you're probably not going to see Ronaldo. I mean, it's going to have to be Euro. It's going to have to be Euro. If Luka Modric can actually get Croatia over the hump, I guess he should be on the Ballon d'Or shortlist again next season, regardless of whether or not he plays spot minutes for Real Madrid moving forward. And it's the same with Ronaldo. Ronaldo at Al Nassr is not really going to necessarily factor into much. But yes, if, like you said, he scores the Eder goal in extra time or in injury time. No, it was extra time. If he does that, then hey, he'll be back there. He'll be back there. But no, listen, I think for the most part, my Messi Haaland thing, okay? Mm-hmm. My biggest issue is if the Ballon d'Or was fair, right? Then Messi and Ronaldo would win like 90% of these things over the last
they did
however many years, right? they still did, but I'm just saying they would have won more, frankly. And we all know what years we're talking about, but we don't need to relitigate the past. But what I'm saying is this year would be a good year for another one of those to happen. Does not change the fact that Leo Messi was ridiculous at the World Cup. It does not change the fact that he probably does deserve his 8th Ballon d'Or. But I don't know if we're going to see Erling Haaland hit for 52 again, even though he's off the mark again. He's ready to go off to the races. It pains me because I don't think Norway's not qualifying for the Euros.
Again,
that's my thought process here.
And I think Haaland will grow himself to becoming a no doubt Ballon d'Or winner. But to say right now, Craig Burnley, how can this man say that Messi is undeserved to win a Ballon d'Or? It's completely lunatic right now to say that. I cannot help to say this. And even seeing what he's doing, I'm not saying Lionel Messi doesn't deserve the Ballon d'Or for what he's doing in the US. He deserves it for what he did in the World Cup. That's what the Ballon d'Or counts right now. The last season. It's not this one. So people that say Haaland scored 2 more goals this weekend, he deserves more. Are you mad? It's last season's count. So whoever says that they deserve more or less because of what they're doing just now, that is not the case. But tell us down below,
listen,
do you believe that Messi will be getting the 8th Ballon d'Or? Tell us, Breton, this is the big talk.
He will be. I've already said my piece about the Haaland thing, but I think he will be getting his 8th Ballon d'Or for sure. But for me, this wouldn't even be a question for anyone, even Craig Burley, if the World Cup happened when the World Cup normally happens. Right?
Nice one. It's true. If the World Cup was in the summer, Craig Burnley wouldn't be saying what he said. Yes, that he closed the shop
No.
if Messi wins the Ballon d'Or. Lunatic. So completely agree,
Yep.
mate. Completely agree with that. But let us know in the comment section if you agree with me and Bretson and like this video for more Messi Ballon d'Or content just like this.